No, I just put this up here, but I kind of want some light a little. Let's see. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Um, what time is this? 1:58. So this is Seiko, the Psycho, not Psycho experience. I am your girl, Coach CEO Saunders, and today we are coming to talk to you about some internal warfare. So, I have some awesome people right here. Like this person right here. Come bring your chair over here. Come sit with me. I got my cereal. Come sit with me. Eat your cereal. So, everyone, this is my homegirl, my sister. This is Tamara Murphy. And she's coming to you today. So we're going to talk about some internal welfare. So we've all experienced so many different things going through self-love and taking care of ourself and our wounds. And I want to know, do you guys still inflict on your pain? Do you still want to sit there and hold it in and not get in touch with your sides, your insides? So Tamara is here and she's going to talk about some internal welfare. So, welcome her. Why? This
Thank you. Thank you.
So what is your opinion on, or I'm not even going to say opinion, what is your knowledge on self welfare?
Well, basically, you know, we all are going or have been through some internal warfare. Um, and basically, that a lot of that deals with past issues, things that still um exist in the subconscious that we haven't resolved or healed from, or how we want to control people and situations, and when they, instead of accepting certain things as they are or the spirit that they possess, and we just want them to be who we want them to be, or we want the situation, or we manipulate the situation to be something that we know is not, it creates a lot of internal warfare within ourselves. And basically, honestly, the only people that are affected by that is you.
Yeah.
Because some of these people have no idea, if you don't express it, how you really feel, and if you keep on. And I'm speaking to myself too, as well, which I am working on. Uh, I am working on my own internal self. So I do the work. I've done the work. I'm doing the work, and I'm going to continue to do the work because it's never um, over, for real, for real.
So tell me your experience as far as the pain with you and how you got over it, or not even really got over it, but how were you able to manage it, and are you managing it now?
Well, what I had to do is basically spend some time with myself and be honest with myself. And I took a period of my time to kind of be alone for about 2 years,
Okay.
just to kind of look at myself where I was at. Same here now, right now. Because what happened is sometimes we do, I would say digress, but I I used to say digress. I think I'm gonna stop using that word because it's a spiral.
Yeah.
It is a cycle, and it's not about going backwards. It's about, you're going to be presented with different situations
Okay.
that with different characters in it.
Okay.
And as you deal with these situations will tell whether or not you've grown.
Yeah.
You know, may it be like your reaction, or if you just decide, I'm just not gonna deal with that. I've seen this spirit before. I've seen this in someone else. And if you think they're worth it, then you can stay a little longer than you want to. But if you feel like, yeah, this is not good for what you say for your my mental health, then you just say goodbye. You love them from afar, and you keep it pushing.
It's so funny that you say that because I was recently in a situation. I was, stepping out on my dating scene, and I met this guy, really, really cool, down to earth, nice, dreaded, locks. Um, and the way that he was responding to me, it was like he had no idea mentally where I am, where I was, where I'm going. He didn't even try to take time out to understand. So it was just like, should I really still sit here and figure this dude out? Should I? And I was like, you know what? Nah, bro, you just not good for my mental. And I had to leave it because literally it was like 2 weeks. We didn't do anything at all. Like we was going out, hanging out, we was meeting up. I was going to his job all the time, and then it was just like the way he was responding to me, I didn't like it, like at all. And it wasn't even like I didn't like it because he just made me upset. And we had these, head bobbing going on. No, it was just like he was so angry. And I'm like, yeah, this is not where I am now. So I'm going to really have to politely excuse you, because it was like for my mental, not at all. And I just had to figure out that okay, I'm this is not what I want and I'm worth more than that. And it was just like, well, maybe I'll just sit up here and I'll just stay away from the scene for a little bit. But then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. This time though, I'm just going to make sure I continue to have my ducks in a row, my ducks lined up. So I know what I want. And sometimes we get into those relationships because we aren't done healing. We haven't even dealt with our healing. And then sometimes we look for that in other people. So I was like, nah, I'm sorry, sir. This is just not going to work. And literally, that's how I texted. I was like, yeah, it's not going to work. He was like, oh my God, like, you just still hung up on that from last week. And I'm like, we 2 weeks into this and we headbutting and arguing and just going back and forth and you slamming doors. And I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't.
See, that's too
I
early.
can't. Yeah,
See,
two,
I can see,
two weeks.
like when I was saying with my situation, you know what I mean? It didn't start like that. It was really like for a good year. We were just cool. But like I said, sometimes we've been through some stuff. And not just like between us, like having to deal with an extra party that just wasn't understanding that it was time, our time was up.
Yeah.
And so like
Our time is up.
I feel like right now we're both healing together from even that situation in our past.
Yeah.
So like um we actually have been spending some separate time together, away from each other, which is I feel like spirit, the universe, has did that on purpose, so that we can spend some time with ourselves. So that
and that's very important. Self time is very important.
Self time is important because that's when you do the inner work. Sometimes you're not able to do the inner work around people all the time. Because it doesn't allow you sometimes to go inside and be honest. Like you have to, entertain people, like conversation. Sometimes you just need to be still, be quiet. And a lot of the work I do is meditative work.
Okay.
Like that's how I'm able to see certain things or deal with my issues or whatever vision comes or whatever thoughts I feel that keeps coming in and coming out. I'm like, okay, this is what I need to work on.
Yeah.
So like I'm able to recognize certain things, and this time go around, what I'm doing is, as I heal, I help people heal.
Yes.
But I'm not, if you're my partner, I will put up with a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
Even like.
I mean, you supposed to. I
Even
hope you
like
don't just
my-
throw the bucket like I'm done.
No. I'm not like that. But I definitely have stayed longer in situations than time allotted. And
Now, has that helped you, or has that hurt you, or has helped you?
both,
Both.
because there's a lesson in it and there's a blessing in it. So by it hurting me is that I put my soul through certain things longer. Like you can tell, your internal can tell whether or not you're being drained, or some certain situations too tiring or whatever. So like, but I gained some more wisdom about myself and the things I could work on, and it made me stronger for when I was able to finally say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. You know, it's that our time is up.
Yeah, it was just
and
too much after a while.
And I keep saying the same things over and over and over again. And I'm telling you how I want to be treated. Like, I'm being assertive. It's not like before, you know, I'm real passive aggressive, you know. It's like, you know, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Like, I don't talk to you like that. I'm not disrespectful to you, because the people that I love, I talk lovingly.
I talk
with love. You know, and I do my best to understand and to communicate with you how we are able to fix something. And if you don't grasp that, and this is how I treat you all the time. It's like you just don't. You are dealing with hurt, and you're gonna keep projecting it on me. So and that stuff is bad for your health when you stay longer for a season. I know I'm dealing with some things myself when it comes to health reasons. When you're in a toxic environment or around toxic people too long, it does come out in your health. So some people spirit is just no good, you know. And until they choose to actually choose happiness and joy, like their natural selves, love, things of that nature, as long as they keep dwelling in the negativity, they're gonna feed that spirit, and it's just gonna grow, and it's gonna get too big. It's gonna get out of hand where they're a walking zombie now. They're just being controlled by this spirit.
Being controlled by their negativity.
By their negativity, yes. The spirit of negativity.
And that's what we drink. We drink the negativity. You know, we constantly drink that negativity. I've had moments where, in a lot of my relationships, where people would get upset when I actually leave the toxic. And it's just like, am I supposed to stay every time? Am I supposed to stay every time? Like, when is enough enough? You know, when is enough that I just have to lace up my sneakers and leave? You know, like, when is there going to be enough that, okay, I can't take any more of your toxics, you know, your toxicities, and how come you don't even want to work on them? You know, have you ever had that before where you like, do you even want to work on them? Like, is this something that you want to do for you? Like, I can't want this more than you for you.
My last relationship was like that, and it was just like I wanted it more. It's for some reason I always want more, because I see them,
the potential.
Not even
because you know what, I'm tired of people saying potential.
It's not even the potential. Like, my thing is, I can see, and sometimes I get their natural self, you know, and when it's like, because being negative and upset, and it's like the normal, it's norm now. So when you know, when you're happy and something, people are like, why are you happy?
Wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh,
or
she's in denial.
That's corny. I'm like, no, it's not corny. Like, we are naturally happy people. Like, we're naturally love and joy. You know, I'm not saying we don't have two sides to ourselves.
Correct.
But we are naturally a balance.
Yes.
And so the society has said, oh, anyone's too happy, there's something wrong with them. Like, I know some girl who was and she's not at all crazy to me.
Okay.
She was thrilled too, because they thought she just was too optimistic, and happy. Wow. Yeah, really.
Well, they should have 302 me like what 9 times.
But seriously, but you know what? Optimism is not nothing. It's not taboo. Like it's really something. Like it's how you perceive the world.
Correct.
And if you feel like optimism is that's not real, it's too much. That's because you have a perspective of negativity and pessimistic, and that's how you see the world. So anyone who is different than you or showing who they are is just like it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And you want them to be just as miserable as you, because misery loves company. That is real. Yeah. So like,
and see, and when those things happen with me, I give warnings. I give warnings. Give a couple of warnings. But after I done gave them warnings, and you didn't even try, not even do, you didn't even try to make an initiative. Yeah. I'm too valuable, and I gotta snatch me out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's you know what it is like with me. When you go to the supermarket, or when we was kids, those at the arcade, those things that got the stuffed animals in it, you always try to get one, but you can never get one. I know y'all tried to get like 5. Your mama
took my dollars.
You just spent all your mama quarters, dollars on it, and they never get it, right? I feel like that's how it is with life. That's how it is with us and with ourselves. It's like you have to know how to be that grad. They'd be like, oh, no, this situation does not serve me any good. Oh, no, the situation just does not serve me any good. This one is not even any better. It's like it's kind of like you gotta weigh those stuffed animals. Like you got the little one, the middle one, the big one. When you go through all of those, nope. But then when it's that right time, it's that one claw. You make it. It start taking you up and be like, and you be like, yes, I got it. That's how I feel like it is for me. I have to pull myself out of it, because if not, I don't want to be lost back out there. I don't want to be lost back out there. Yeah. Because it wasn't even a point of loneliness. It wasn't even a point of being sad. It was the point of looking at yourself, like how we see us, looking at you, but couldn't change nothing about it. Nothing. Like you see yourself sunken in, as they say, that sunken place. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, my face looked different, my skin was different, like everything on me was different. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, it's just not working. I've never, and to my knowledge, I've never left a relationship and never at least confronted the person. I've had that done, where these relationships just, well, what the heck? Where'd he go? Well, what happened? And then it was like, you know what? Let me sit up here and figure out my part and what I played in it and what I need to work on. Right. We don't take that, and I don't have responsibility. We don't take that accountability of knowing that, okay, well, maybe it's not just them. Maybe it's me too.
Right. I definitely had to do some of that. Self-evaluation is
key.
A part of the inner work, because we all like to play the victim, regardless of what you say. It's about getting out of the victimization. Seriously, because we are victors. So like we have to. It's imperative that we are able to see the part that we play and take responsibility in that part, and then changing if we feel like we need to change. Yes. There's some parts of me that I feel like I can work on better. Yeah. I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be. Sometimes I try to be, but it's not about perfection. It's about the process.
Correct.
It's about the process. It's not about being perfect. It's about the process of the journey.
Is you over here throwing jewels? You over here throwing nuggets?
I'm throwing some jewels because this is what I'm learning in my journey.
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that one more time.
It's not about perfection. It's not about being perfection. It's about the journey to it, towards it. You know what I'm saying? The life lessons you learn. Because a lot of us, we want to we want to be like, oh, my ex is so such and such a this, but that's not. That means you ain't learned what you was supposed to learn.
Correct.
Because what you're doing is you're pointing the finger at them.
And like my mama said,
everyone is a blessing or a lesson.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that person is going to help you grow, regardless if it didn't work out with y'all or if it did. There's growth that happens either way.
My mama said when you point the finger, she said it's always the thumb pointing back at you. My mama used to tell me ever since I was a little girl.
You got the three fingers, you got the thumb in the air, or even the thumb, if you could double join it, it's still pointing at you. So,
Did you say?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
double join it. That's funny that you say that because I had to take many years of self-evaluation, and I'm still doing it. You know,
it never stops.
No, I'm
growth
still
change is the only thing that's consistent.
Yes, like I'm
constant.
Still seeing that. I'm still, and this is why I started the Seiko, not Psycho Experience show, because for you to see my life and you to see, you know, her life, and for you to see whomever comes on here, if you come on here, you know, and it's not going to stop here. Like, I'm going to take this like really worldwide. Like, I'm really going to go out in the world and bring the Seiko, not Psycho Experience really out here, because people need to understand and know that when you go through mental health and you go through suicide and you go through depression and you go through anxiety and you go through all those lies and all of that, it, for one, it puts humongous weight on you, for one. Like, humongous weight.
It's really a protective layer.
Yes.
People, when I used to be big, I was 300 pounds, right?
Yes! Woo-woo! We're gonna have the whole thing on here too about that.
If you actually, all of you all that are big, if you actually look at your ankles, like seriously, unless they're swole, because we know like sometimes when we get big, they get swole.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at your wrist, you know, you have a small wrist. Mm-hmm. And I used to say when I was big, like, I'm not supposed to be this big. I used to say this all the time. I'm like, I'm not, and I used to grab my skin down there, and
the little turkey,
and I used to be like, yeah, and I'm like, my bones, our bones, there's no such things as big bones, big boned people. The Skeletor is the same, unless you're like a giant, because there are people who are like 7'9" and something. Their bones are longer, some of their knee bones.
And I heard they said they hurt too.
Yeah, it hurts when
the taller that they get.
Yeah, because there's a lot of strain on their bones. But for the most part, our Skeletor system is very similar. We are very similar, contrary to our belief.
Yeah.
When it comes to how our body operates and something like that. Some of us may be a little sensitive to other things, but like if you have a room of 10 people and you guys start implementing the same diets, your body is going to do mostly the same thing, unless society or the environment you live in has allowed something to alter your chemical balance.
Correct.
But when I was bigger, I used to say that I wasn't supposed to be this big. And a lot of us big people are very emotional. We're very sensitive to things. We're very loving and funny. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's a protective layer for energies.
Okay.
Because we're very susceptible to absorbing energies. Mm-hmm. Everyone's susceptible to energies. But those who are bigger, that is really a protective coating. And until you're able to get stronger, it won't shed.
Yeah.
When it's time to shed, that means you're growing. So it will it'll start shedding. And your life starts changing when you start not feeling like you just need to be with someone, because we have a lot of issues. We emotionally eat. People don't want us because they think that, you know, they think the smaller girls or smaller guys are more attractive when their insides are rotten too sometimes. Or, you know, people just look at us before our external shell. Yeah. So we do have moments of not feeling loved or loneliness.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to say. Being alone is different than being lonely. Yes. So we have to learn the self-love. We have to be okay with not being with someone. Yeah. So when I took that 2 years off, you know, I was like, you know, all right, cool. I could go a long period of time without people in my life,
Yeah.
or lover wise. But sometimes I just wasn't content. Like, you know, I still be yearning for it because as beings, we that's our nature.
Yeah,
Physical
we
touch
yearn
is
for that
something
warm
love.
touch,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
friction, that friction.
Yeah, you know, that closeness. That is our nature.
Yeah.
Love is our nature. Like, we're looking for when we used to be in the womb and how connected and love we were feeling.
Correct.
We were always with mama.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And most of us, that's how it is today. Like, if dad decides to leave, mama is there because mama,
we with
grandmama, you know, until we start healing.
Yeah.
The everyone, the family. And I'm not saying that, I'm just saying healing, period. Family is family.
Yes.
It don't have to be this or what you think it is. It's
or blood. People think it's bloodline.
You know, no,
like
not
we
at
family.
all.
Like
we
you
family.
is my sister.
You my
like
sister.
This is my sister, cousin, home girl, baby mama. She ain't got none. You know, but this is my sister, home girl, business partner. Like, you know, we cool. You know, so it don't gotta be no blood. I don't care who. I mean, I care who your mama is, but I don't care who your mama is.
I mean, sometimes really like you're gonna have to leave even mama and daddy behind.
Sometimes you got to,
but you still have to remember them. You know, still check up on them because our parents go through internal warfare too.
Yes.
It's a lot of things they don't tell us. Because they feel like, you know, they don't want to put us in their, they don't want to show us our business, or, you know, they don't feel like we're ready for this. But the thing is,
or it's taboo.
Or it's taboo. But the parents would save a lot of their children in internal warfare if they were honest about who they were and what they've been through. Because 9 times out of 10, their children are going through some of the similar situations. And if they don't have to experience it, then they don't have to experience everything. See, I'm an experienced person. I'm learning.
Yeah.
For some reason, I like experience, you know, and I think that's just why I'm here on this earth. But some things don't have to be experienced.
Correct.
There's an elder telling you something, like, and you keep hearing it from different people that's been through some similar situations, and it's just like, damn, maybe I should like take heed to this
what
message.
They're saying.
And I still talking to myself today because, you know, when I love people hard. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna give them another chance. Let me just,
another chance is another chance.
It's not as worth as it used to be. Or
it's getting better.
Know, now, if someone shows me that they are making the initiative to try, then I'll stick around.
Yeah. But if you just...
But I've been sticking around with people who aren't showing me that they're taking the initiative. It's like one day and then the next day is the same thing for like 10 more weeks.
They only do good.
Good.
For they only do good for that that probational period.
You know, but if I'm like, all right, we've been together for a minute, and you know, it's been sweet. Not saying that everything is jolly go lucky all the time. And then like you see a switch, you know, and then you talk to them, and you know, for a long period of time, they just like, you know, doing with how they feel they should change. Or if they're, the one thing I like is if someone is checking themselves before you check them, that means that they are making an initiative. They're trying.
Because they're
that
aware.
It hurts you. They're aware. They're like, you know what, dang, I feel it. I see that wasn't nice. I shouldn't have did that. So let me check myself. You know, I'm sorry. I apologize if this made you feel this way. It's not you. It's me. So I need to work harder. I need to just accept you for, and that has happened to me. And I'm just like, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that means you're not ignoring my feelings.
Correct. It's like you might even work on it. You might even work on it. You might have already worked on it, but at least you understand and you know and you see it to even think about wanting to change, to alter it. And not even really change, but just me, I say alter or polish because, I mean, a seed is a seed. When you put that seed in the dirt, the seed is a seed. It's not clean, it's not dirty. It's a seed. That's it.
But you know what? It depends on what type of soil you put it in.
Correct.
So like if that person's soil isn't good soil, it don't really matter
Yes.
seed is
Yes.
not gonna bear good fruit.
Exactly.
So
So that's why I said it's not even the seed is the seed.
mhm.
We're the seed. You see what I'm saying? We just depended on which soil we were placed in. You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So some of us bear grapefruit, some of us bear spoiled fruit. You know, but if we don't take that time to separate from the noise, to separate from the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the maybes, and the okays and the nots, we won't really hear what we need to listen to.
Right, right.
You know, I was at church Sunday, and man, that church was on fire that day, man. It was. I just started getting back into church, right? So this is like my third Sunday there, if I'm not mistaken. And when I tell you, it is doing some things within me because I'm like, I don't want to shout. Like, I don't want to. I'm like, shoot, I shout in my bathroom anyway. Like, come on. And me being in that space and hearing people's stories and hearing where they came from and where God has taken them from and where they're going now. It has enlightened so many things inside of me. Like, wow, like look at all of these habits that I had to come from, you know. And something you said, we don't have to some of our experiences we don't even have to try or go through. I tell my oldest daughter, I don't have to try crack to know it's bad. But then one day, my daughter, man, she messed my head up one day. She said, well, Mom, some people might just have to try. I said,
No, that's real. Some people just gonna have to experience because we just
so hard headed. We so thick, what they say, sick headed.
But that's also like we have to also be mindful on the things that we say to our children or ourselves, because words are words, but they are powerful, and they're as powerful as you place that connotation on them.
Yeah.
Because a child may not know what hard headed is. They might not, but if they hear that stuff all their lives,
then they gonna think.
That's how they're going to start acting. Like,
I heard that.
I'm not gonna keep getting it. I ain't gonna get it. I ain't getting it until I get knocked down on my ass.
Yeah.
So like some of the words and the things that we put on our children, we got to be mindful, because I've known people that made millions of dollars. I've been around people who've made millions of dollars. I've been around people who make minimum wage. Been around people who make, wherever the middle class was or used to be.
Because it's always changing.
Right. But like those who are up there, meaning like that's always, you might say they're always positive or something. They teach their children differently. They say different stuff to their children. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's like it's a theta. It's like programming. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, like they don't say to their children, "Save money for a rainy day." They don't say stuff like that because they don't believe in stuff like that. Yeah. They don't say things like, "I'm broke," or "It's your wording."
Yeah. But I don't even like the word.
You should say like, "Right now, my monetary funds aren't where I would like them to be," or it's you got to be very mindful of what you say to yourself.
Correct.
Because if you say I'm broke, the mind doesn't know which broke you mean.
Yep.
The mind just thinks I'm broke, not money broke. It's just like you just broke. Period. You a broke person,
and there's nothing wrong. But
damaging. You have to be careful what you say to your children.
Yes,
you hard.
Because your children grow up to be adults.
I heard somebody talk to and sometimes when I hear people talk to their children, like y'all don't know. I work with children. I don't have my own children, but I work with children a lot, and children gravitate towards me. Children know good spirits.
You see my kid when my kid comes.
And one thing I'm gonna tell you is that we don't took this in consideration, but children have a high
Yes.
risk and percentages of stress,
Yes.
depression,
Yes.
and anxiety,
Yes.
and trauma.
Yes.
What we do around our children
Yeah.
causes them internal warfare, and they're not like us because they don't know how to communicate a
and be
lot
like,
when they're young.
yeah.
It acts in behavior, and then when you just bad and you smacking them and
I
you
don't
all
like that
and
word
just like
bad either. Bad
y'all don't
and
know
hard
y'all
headed.
don't know what y'all doing. Y'all just don't know how to control. You don't know how to handle. You don't know how to control your life. Let alone you not know how to control this being of energy, full of energy. Is you have to
energy.
guide and mold that energy. And if you haven't been guided and molded, then you're not gonna know how to guide and mold. You're gonna do the best you can in the capacity of your mental state.
Yeah.
So like even with my parents, I tell them I'm grateful. I used to be upset about certain things, but I've told them lately, like, I appreciate all you've done.
Yes.
Because where I'm at now, I had to get here, but I appreciate you taking care of me the way you knew how.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's up to me to get me together and not pass down those same patterns to whomever I might bring.
Correct.
Whether I might adopt somebody, have my own child, but I'm not going to bring those behavior patterns anymore in my life, and I'm going to work hard not to, even when it comes to jobs. The perspective that we give to our children when it comes to jobs is important. Some of our parents, they like go to school so you can get a good job. But that's all they teach you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't teach you about entrepreneurship or taking risk, or it's just that if you don't go to school to get a good job, or why I'm not in college, or because this is what they think. Yes. It causes internal warfare because it's like, dang, I want to go follow my dreams, but nobody in my family has. Now I gotta find a job, but now it's what you see. Like even with me, like you having to put my perspective on, working again.
Yes.
And like my ancestors worked hard so that I can have that privilege to work. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Instead of thinking of it as, because most of the people that talk about jobs in a way, they don't have all they're gonna do is work. Yeah. They don't have any. They don't have no idea to do anything
of the entrepreneur.
See, what you have to do now is like, all right, listen. When I tell myself now, like, listen, you know what? You do have responsibilities. You got bills to pay. Yep. You got a home to take care of. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You need to put food on your table. And you need a way to invest in your endeavors outside of work. So, like I told you before, I'm going to contract my services to the job for 8 hours. Correct. All right. And then after 8 hours, I'm going to go work on my dream for another 2, 3 hours, right. 4 hours, 5 hours, however long I am able to take, as long as you do it every day. Yeah. And consistently.
Because then once you do it every day,
it becomes a habit.
It becomes a habit. A great habit. You got to
make sure you rest. Yes. I understand all these people and you hear all these influencers talking about, I don't got time to sleep.
I don't sleep.
Sleep is the cousin of death. No, it is, because you're going to die if you don't get enough sleep, because your body is not a machine.
Correct. People running on autopilot.
Needs rest.
Yes.
Your body needs rest. That can create internal warfare. Mm-hmm. If your body is tired, you mess around and don't sleep for 3 days and watch your body shut down without your permission. Yeah. And you're going to be asleep all day and going to be like...
And neglecting every other part of your life.
Yeah.
Neglecting your kids, neglecting your partner, neglecting your job, neglecting you probably late for work. Now you got ready up. Your kid probably almost burnt down the house trying to make some noodles. I don't know. Those moments need to happen. People need to separate. And it doesn't have to be separate like, oh, I'm not with you no more. Now I'm going to go be with somebody else. No. Separate. Take that time apart. Put your homework book out, your book out, get your pen, start writing, start putting that out, putting your master plan out. And then when y'all come back together, hey, babe, this is what I wrote, or if you want to, or if you don't, hey, but what did you come up with? Well, I came up with, I wanted to, start building the farm, whatever, and then it's like, I feel like when that time happens, I feel like a lot of people will also be better in the relationship together because now it's not one person working, it's two people working, 2 people pulling the weight together, you know? And when it comes to that, okay, let's meet back up. Now, when we meet back up, this is what happened. Okay, this is what you wrote, this is what I wrote. And then when you sit down, you can compare the notes. And that can also show you too if you want to be with that person or not. Now, when I meet people and I date, do you want any more children? Do you even like kids? Do you want to get married? You don't want to get married? Do you want to stay in your job for the rest of your life? Do you want to start your own business? These now are the better habits that I'm making when I go out and I talk to people. Hey, well, not even just your 5-year plan, with your 10-year plan. What is your plan? What plan do you have? Okay, well, you want to do da da da. Okay, now let's talk about the year wise or the months or how we want to plan to the next step. But when everybody is clustered together, everybody's fighting, arguing, everybody's trying to prove themselves, everybody's saying no, don't do this. People want to be selfish, don't be selfish. You get an attitude, stand in the corner. Now that's that time. You know what? I'm gonna go this way. You go that way over there. We're gonna let's meet back in the middle. But have those conversations because sometimes you don't know where that person's mind is.
Right.
When you check out, you don't know if that person checked out or not.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You don't know, because we put that facade on that we still hear that as my pastor recently, uh-huh, uh-huh. And I've done it when kids talking, uh-huh. Wait. What did I just agree to? Come back. Hold on. Wait, because I was so. Now I had this disclaimer. I talk with them now, and I'm like, no, say it again. I just was not listening. I'm so sorry. I want to be able to listen and understand and be an able body here. Sometimes we're not able to be that body there because our mind is checked out.
Yeah.
And now you still trying to get back in and, I love you. And he's like, well, hello. Well, maybe now let's go have our little time. Go work on you. I'm going to go work on me. Let's meet back in the middle. But I want you to do your work. I want you to bring me back something, and I'm going to bring you back something. I feel like that will be something to say, I'm at least trying. I'm working on this. This is something that I'm making an initiative. But when we don't do that that workout, we're not going to have no abs. We're not gonna have no abs, because
I'm working on mine.
I'm working on mine too. I'm slowly but surely, bringing it down just a little bit.
It's coming.
Why does contractor say to me? He said you picked the wrong time to exercise. I said, why? He said, girl, it's cold. We need this meat. I said,
It ain't about you.
But then last week it was about him because I thought about him last week when it was real cold outside. I was like, shoot, I need my meat back. It was cold. I was so freaking cold. But that's just working on my inside. It's me working on my inside so much that now it's spilling out. And it's saying, hey, she's not 259 no more though. She 222.2. I'm sorry, 2.222.4.
Right on.
You hear me? 222 pounds. All from me just doing my work. I'm preparing myself to be not only a wife to somebody else, but a wife to myself. I can't be nobody else queen and nobody else wife and nobody else princess if I can't do those things for myself first. And that self-infliction, that self-inflicted wounds, that warfare, it's like we need to make sure we date ourselves, talk to ourselves. Keep thinking y'all crazy. Y'all are really not crazy.
Oh, sometimes
y'all
you need
really
to hear
not
yourself talk. See, that's what I tell people. Like when you go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, right? They have you sitting on the sitting on the couch or laying on the couch.
You solve your own problem.
They're there to let you hear yourself.
That's what they do.
They write notes.
Hold on, how they do it? Hold on, let me see.
About what you say to them.
They got, they always got a fancy pen.
Yes. And you're like, you know what, Doc? How they say this, and they write it down, and then they might repeat what you said so that you can hear yourself. So it's important. Yep. Yes, doctor. Yes, I have this problem, or whatever you might be saying.
You see my back?
They'll repeat it to you because you need to hear yourself. So talk to yourself. Now, somebody used to tell me, when you answer yourself, then you start thinking. But
you know what? And I heard that. I heard two different ones. I've heard. Now, if you answer yourself, you crazy. And then I heard, well, shoot, I need to hear myself, because I want the best. I want my best advice. Yeah, and that's how I feel. It's like I want my best advice because you don't know what may be great for me. Mm-hmm. I don't know what may be great for me, vice versa. You may know what's great for me. I may not know what's great for me. But only way anyone is ever going to know if they stop and they ask those questions of my why. Why do I want to make money? Why do I want a partner? Why do I want children? Why do I want this job that I won't take no other job but this job? Mm-hmm. Why this job? You know what I mean? Why this career? Right. Why this? But we don't take that time out and we wonder about why everyone else except us.
Exactly. So, and then the thing about it is, the most important thing about everything is this: acceptance. Yes. Acceptance of those around you. Because these, like I said before, these people are characters in your story.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to accept yourself, even if you're living wherever you are. You're living with your mama, your uncle. If you don't have a job, it's about first accepting where you are and that you are where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, what you have to do is self-evaluate. What did I do to get me here? Mm-hmm. Why am I here? Why has life brought me back to this situation
again
and again
and 9 more times again?
What can I plan? What can I do to change this? If I don't like this about myself, then what am I able to do to change this? Plans. What do now it's about, all right, you accepted it. All right, cool. Now let's work on the things. Work on you. What are your gifts? What are your skills? Right? What do you love to do? What do you like to do? What brings you the most joy? You say your why. Your why should be bigger than yours. So if you're planning like, okay, I don't want to work for the rest of my life for someone, what can I do to change this? See what the world is missing, right? Mm-hmm. And see what you can implement for change. So it's like, all right, I like to do this. Even if it's music changes, it heals people. It can heal, it can create or destroy. I want to make this type of music. Why do you want to make this type of music? So you can get a lot of money, and that's gonna. If money is the root, is going to always.
But they say money is the root of all evil.
But money isn't. Money just brings out the person you are.
Yes. Where was I? Oh my gosh, I was listening to this TED Talk one day, and the guy said, if you are an asshole and you are a millionaire, you are just a millionaire. You're just an asshole with $1 million.
That's it.
And I said, oh, he is so right.
Right. So your why, like she said before, your why is always going to be bigger. Yes. That's how you get abundantly blessed. So he's like, I want to make music because I want to help people heal. I want to uplift people. Yep. I want to change the world with my music. Then things will start going differently. And then now you would devise a plan on how you're going to do that. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to go to school. Affordable school. Going to learn some audio engineering. Going to learn how to produce. Going to learn how to maybe take some voice lessons if you want to sing. Or, or you can go on YouTube for all this stuff. A lot of stuff we think opportunities come in the form of money.
We're on YouTube right now.
Exactly.
You know, just click over what you done.
Abundance comes in all forms, resources, people, and if you keep looking for it in finances, you're going to miss out on those opportunities. So that's why I check myself, because a lot of us, when we live in an illusion of lack, or we've grown up in this world, this illusion of lack and not having enough of, that's why we always want to give our children what we never had. Or, you know, I want to do this, so I give my mama a house and all that, and do all this and do all that. It's all material. Yeah. That's going to crumble real soon if your foundation is just on money. Yeah. So it should be about helping other people. This is why some of those people, those influencers, are big, because you know they want to give you information to help you. Yeah, and that's how they get bundled. That's how they get blessed. Yeah. Because people are going to genuinely from their heart give to you. Yes. Because you're helping them. Yeah. You don't gotta fake persuade somebody into giving them cash. Nope. The heart works when you real and you true. Oh, say it again. You said that heart works. The heart works. The heart works. Your heart still works. Listen, and I tell people, and that you can do your own research. Your heart can operate without your mind. Yes, it can. It has its own system. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. You can literally, if your heart feels broken, when you strain it, you can feel it, like when certain strings pop. It feels like it's actually jumping kind of like out your chest. It feels like that anxiety is like really like right here. It's like, you know how like that clog in your throat is like, that's what it feels like right there. It feels like it's just, you need to release that, which you do. And then when you start laughing, you start enjoying you start loving you start loving yourself, man, you start accepting yourself. It start going down. It's easier for you to accept people, even in their crazy behaviors. Because you know what I say? I be like, they're not even operating in their right mind. No, they're not. So like, why am I getting mad? They haven't even figured out themselves yet. So I'm letting them control my emotions. And they can't even control themselves. No one should have any control over my emotions or my reactions. How much that I just gave them all this power that they didn't have. It don't even sound right, because think about it. If it say my or I or I'm feeling or my perception or what I want, it's just like, so how can I can't physically jump inside of you and pull your heart out. No matter how much I try, no matter what I do. No, did you ever see Indiana Jones? Which one? Temple of Doom? The Temple of Doom? No, well, he did reach in and grab that down. Oh, yeah? Wait a minute, what was it? It was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. All right, we all out of. But he did grab the heart. And he squeezed it. But anyway, go ahead. So we got 10 minutes left. So I just wanted to, for one, as always, shout out Glues, Glitter, and Guns. And I know I said it wrong, so let me say it the right way. Glitter, guns, glitter, and glue. Glue, glitter, and guns. Glue, glitter, guns. There we go. So this is something awesome. I love it. Every single time I drink out of it. So you can check her out on Facebook. Rashida. I need me a little pimp glass. Yeah, man. She makes all different types, man. And she had, and she had things she had made. Now this one is more like a decorative one for just to kind of like, novelty, just to sit down or whatever. But yeah, so she made these for me. So I always shout her out all the time because I love glitter. Pink is my favorite color. And we are change, encourage others of CEO. So Tamara is an Tell us what you do before we go. We got 9 minutes, so you can take like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm gonna just say I am, because I am everything. But what I do is I'm a light worker. That's what I would like to say. I am music, so I'm an audio engineer. I'm a producer. I sing. I write some songs. And I'm a spiritual guidance. I'm a spiritual guider, so I give spiritual guidance and advice. And I am a meditator. I teach meditation.
Can you give us one?
And I'm a vegan cook. So if you need help with changing your life, I do all types. I cook meals. I come to people's cribs, houses, and we meal prep. I will meal prep, but this is just the thing. These are my plans on that I'm getting together. You know what I'm saying, and that I'm going to start funding more and more of, so that I can bring the things that help me to you all. So,
can you give us one quick tool that they can use meditation with? They're going through something and they want to deal with their self-inflicted wounds or their self-welfare. Can you close us out with maybe something that they can do, something so simple?
This is what I would do. The things that you are having worries about, right? This is a quick. I wouldn't even say it's a meditation. It's a transfer of energy. So the things that you're worried about, or that's going on in your mind, write it down on paper. This is what the ancients been doing for forever. Monks do it. Write it down on paper. Whether you're worried about your mom, or you have these thoughts about your ex, or whatever, financial issues, write it down on paper, and then burn it. Because what happens is you're taking that energy out of your mind, out your subconscious, and you're writing it on paper.
Okay.
So writing, another thing, is a very good tool of meditation. If you're not able to start off with mindful meditation, just sitting there quietly, or with music,
how we do it,
right? But it's deeper than that. But if you're not at that level yet, right? Keep a journal. I'm working on keeping a journal myself, just being consistent. But if you're not consistent, those times that your mind is troubling you and you're thinking so much, write it on paper. Whatever you're worried about. If you're worried about your relationship, you're having relationship problems, your family relationship problems, write it down and then burn it. So anytime you think about it, you can grab control of it, and it's like that burning that burning will come. You know what I'm saying? And it'll like erase out of your mind. So it's all about transferring of the energies.
Okay.
Taking that negative and switching it.
Okay.
Even if you're creative, taking that negative, whatever you're thinking about, if you're going through a breakup, put it in a song, put it through some art, right? But don't make it mean. You gotta positively change it.
Yeah,
turn it into a story.
Yeah, you can't be like, I hate him.
Turn it into a story. Turn it into a message that will help someone else. You don't want to take that negative energy and put more negativity into it. Because when you transfer that, when people hear your art, they're gonna get negative.
Yeah.
They're not gonna learn anything. They're not gonna hear a message. It's gonna be like, oh man, I'm bitter. I resent this. This is how you grow. You gotta transfer that energy and change the negative into positive.
It's funny that you say that. I have a thing that I say often. If you're angry, I don't want you to make me food.
No.
Because that means your food is going to be nasty.
Watch Simply Irresistible.
Simply Irresistible.
With the old girl that played Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Where can they find that at?
I don't know, probably it's an old movie, like 19 something. Try to Google it or something. Yeah, or Netflix. Because she was a cook. And what happened is everything she felt when the people ate her food, they felt it too. It was dope.
Stop. Let me write this down.
That was one of my favorite movies.
Hold on, let me get a pen. Let me write
I believe it's Simply Irresistible. I believe it is. If it's not, we're going to come back and we're going to change that once I find it. But I want to say it's Simply Irresistible. And it's the girl that played back in the day Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Or she played on Cruel Intentions too. She was the main character, the stepsister of the boy Sebastian. That's their names. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right, well, check that out. We believe it is Simply Irresistible. We're going to get ready to get on out of here. I just wanted to tell you all thank you so much for joining. Even if you didn't come on, that's great. Go back, come on. And I want you to go back and review the tapes and review us and, hear about Tamira, hear about what she do, as well as hear how you can have some tools to do self-reflection and self-welfare that you may be going through. So don't forget, check us out, www.seiko, I'm sorry, not Seiko, SaundersCo.org. And do you have something that, if they want to just go check out what you do?
Well, you can
where
check
can they
out
find
right
you at?
now. Well, I'm getting, like I said, I'm planning to get more things situated. But you can check me out on Instagram. I'm at Tamrah. That's TAMRAH_ the messenger. So everything I do basically is on that page.
Okay. Well, check her out and check me out. And if you want to come check us out and you want to come do some things, hey, we here. You got an engineer, producer, a songwriter. She's a natural healer. We do some great things together. And
I'm working on some teas to balance your chakras, and I'm a Reiki. So if y'all need some help, I'm actually, I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, I am taking people, meaning it's at a donation base.
Yeah.
So I don't have any price right now. So if anybody need any work, they feel like they feel,
they feel a little out of balance, feel chemical going a little bit messed
hit me up.
Hit Tamira up. Listen, hit Tamira up. And don't forget, listen, possibly by the next Monday, possibly, maybe you'll be able to hear, some new songs, some new things, that I've been working on. It's called Strong Mental, So I want you guys to check back and listen to it. And don't forget, check us out. We'll be here every Mental Health Monday, 9:11 a.m. and 9:11 p.m. If you would like to have someone to talk to, 267-819-8794. And that's just for me to do a free listening. If you need someone to listen to you, you have all the things going on, you just need someone to listen to you, I'm here. So definitely for 20 minutes, I do that free of no charge. Other than that, I'm a life coach. I'm a peer specialist. I am a motivational speaker. I am an artist. I am so many things. Listen, I am love, light, healing. And just don't forget, every Monday from 2 to 3 p.m., meet us here at the Seiko Not Psycho Experience. Peace, love, and don't forget to check out I Am More Than My Mental Health. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's dope.